The party spends the rest of their evening looking at their glasses and contemplating the things that Trevor had said. The strange time warping child had given them some insight into the mysteries of their future. But now, as they looked down into their mugs, smoked their pipes, and contemplated reality itself, there were so many questions for them to answer, so many things to ponder about. Like, how the fuck did he time travel? Also, is that really the fashion in the future?
You
And
gotta get better.
as well as, you know, that other simple stuff like that. But beyond that, you also have to contemplate the other things that were told to you. So, you know.
hmm
So, what would everyone be thinking about right now? What is going through your minds?
What isn't going through our minds is a good question.
In terms of a time traveling kid from our future, from however long in the future, it seems that Helica is on edge about the information she was granted. Um, if we're still in the tavern after all of this and we're just all sitting around looking just in thought, uh, Helica has finished off about 5 glasses of blood wine, and she has a very, how you say, I wouldn't say distraught, but yeah, distraught and disturbed, and also very, very just on the edge. You see her fidgeting very, very rapidly. Um, as her eyes are just shooting up towards the ceiling. Um, and it seems like she's muttering something to herself, but it's like you can make out between the words that's coming out of her lips, as in, no, not Magnus, not again, not again. But that's all she would be doing. Doesn't seem like she's doing anything other than worrying. So
Meanwhile, Shinzo would be in the kind of corner area, just sharpening his sword, kind of mumbling to himself, then puts his sword down and takes a drink from his mug, and then goes back to resharpening it and keeps mumbling. And then the only thing you can really hear him say from time to time is, "What kind of name is Angrod? Try to steal my feats, asshole!" And then goes back to sharpening because he thinks
Yeah.
Angrod is, yeah.
All right. How about Amo and Ikaroth? What are you two thinking of? What are you contemplating right now?
Dear Diary, I know the last time I wrote, I said shit couldn't get any weirder. Well, gird your loins, because I was fucking wrong.
Dear diary. Fuck. And you know what? I think with that, I'd like to welcome everyone to this episode of Seas of Saltmarsh. Oh, my name is Hawk Johansson. I am the DM tonight. Also joining us today, we have our lovely players, Bean,
Greetings.
Dingo,
Shalom.
Quinn,
Yo,
Ryan,
Hey, hey.
Shinzo,
Hello, hello.
and Shun.
Sup. Suppity sup sup.
So, last time, as I'm sure our longtime fans and watchers on YouTube will remember, the party managed to steal an airship from a dead wizard. No, I will
Tried
not let
to.
this go.
Tried to. We succeeded. It didn't get stolen. It got fucking heisted out of there. That was fucking perfect.
I mean, I won't disagree with you, but I will still call you evil for doing it.
There's no such thing as
Regardless.
evil.
Regardless. As they were traveling back home, they were accosted by Trevor, a mysterious time-traveling child from the future, who wound up taking them on a wonderful adventure of causality. And it was a good time for everyone except the party, because they all had their minds blown at the revelation that time travel exists. And then were promptly told some of their futures, some of whom were not very pleasant. And now, and also in addition to this, they learned that a very powerful dragon named Kundal had taken over Saltmarsh and was basically just fixing everything with law and order, whether the people of Saltmarsh wanted it or not. And so now our party is sitting in the tavern after all this has happened. I guess just wondering what the fuck is gonna happen next.
Oh, first things first, we got to take care of our main objective, which is, well, trying to prevent our what do you call it?
Rival?
Yeah, the rival from taking hold of the other pieces of 8. Excuse me.
Yep.
No disrespect, Captain, but I think our first priority should be proper funerals as best we can for those who have fallen.
Well, of course.
Recruiting more. Then we worry about that.
Oh, yeah, obviously, but I was just saying what our main objective was. Although Saurok might have pushed in another objective in mind after we take care of all of our business with Aurora. Kick that fucking dragon out of here. Cause no, we don't need no fucking tyrants. We need fucking people to run themselves. Freedom.
Wait, are you saying dragons aren't people?
No,
That's Dragonist.
I'm saying that this dragon trying to take over as dictator is not really a smart idea.
You're a dictator.
Okay, first of all, I don't know what the word dictator is. I mean, he's acting like a king, which, he's not really
That's exactly
trying.
what a dictator is.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know the Orcish word for king was dictator. Okay, he is a dictator. Like, he took over, like, he's kind of in charge here. Secondly, what's wrong with having a king?
Yeah.
Kings are what
Asshole.
causes most of the world's problems. They don't have anyone to obey to, and they just delegate all kinds of responsibility of their wrongs to others. They claim to be for the people when they are only in it for themselves. A pirate captain is a position of power, yes, similar in scope in this case, but I am only a captain as long as my crew allows me to be a captain.
And he's only king as long as people choose to live here.
A king can choose not to allow anyone to leave.
Yeah, but he'll have to kind of kill people to stop that. Then he's ruling over corpses and...
Do I need to point out the fact that he already killed a bunch of people that didn't want him here?
To be fair,
Strictly
they,
speaking,
they,
the
fought-
only
they hit first.
yeah, strictly speaking, the only people he's actually killed attacked him first.
I mean, how else would you respond to someone who just came in saying, "All right, everyone, don't fuck your previous government. You're to obey everything I say."
Well, I mean,
How else are you supposed to respond to that?
Well,
Other than try to reject and push him out, because that's obviously a fucking asshole wanting to take over.
well, given the fact that our previous government had to rely on mercenaries essentially to save us from 2, 3 invasions, it might be time for a change.
That is what the people have to decide for themselves, not to have some dragon or king or whatever come in and tell them what to do. The people are their own kings. A man is a king within his own home, no matter what another lord says.
But if you don't own the land, it's not your home, and the king owns the land.
That's the problem.
I
is
don't
this
really get where
entire
you get.
is this show slowly devolving into anti-capitalism?
No,
Because
My
I would be
attitude
100% down for that.
my attitude is anti-fucking authoritarianism.
That's fair.
Or this character, anyways, is like, freedom all the way, bitches. Let people live people, or live like people. That's how pirates live. Yarr.
Please continue.
Anywho, but yeah, Saurok's stance is very strict. Is pretty much this guy is kind of not a good influence for the town.
And my stance is that you're really not even trying to give this guy a chance.
Give them an inch, they take a entire fucking 20 yards mile or whatever you call it.
Wait,
A
you mean a
mile.
league? Give him an inch to take
Yes,
a league?
yes. Give them an inch, they take a league. Whatever. Point is, you give them the chance to do what he wants, do whatever he wants without fucking repercussion to his actions. He'll just excuse every atrocity he can make up. It's
Well,
just like how those in Neverwinter treated orcs. It's just like how those in Baldur's Gate viewed pirates.
it seems
They
like you're
don't care
forgetting
for
what a chance is. You give him a chance, and if he does shit that requires repercussions, we deal out those repercussions. But if he's actually good and isn't doing anything worthy of, backlash, then why give him backlash for nothing?
my own history with being in cities that had lords is good enough for me to give a good reason not to give him a chance. Because if he had the chance to take over and do whatever he wanted when we were away, who's not to say he'll then end up doing worse?
Could we not have given you a chance?
Hang on. Go ahead, Shin.
No, I was just going to interject and say, wouldn't democracy be better than what's going on here? What's being at stake is the free will of the people.
That is why I'm against it, mostly. It's also just kings and lords in general are bad ideas.
I would be for and very welcoming of this mighty ruler of this place if it was done properly and with honesty. He just yes.
Legitimacy by the will of the people themselves instead of him just asserting himself.
Yes, and if the majority of the people, there's always someone to come and go against these things, but if the majority would see this as if they are okay with it and they're not, and we have to make sure that they're not scared of the dragon and how intimidating they are. If they are very much for this, then we can't do anything about it. But if they're against it, then that might cause a little rift. Even though the dragon more than likely could fry the hair follicles off of our face. I think fighting for just equality here would be best. That's my hat in the ring, and I'll go quiet.
I definitely agree with that. Though, in my opinion, it shouldn't have a single leader in general, but that's mainly because it's easier for people to control their leaders if there's more than one leader.
Yes, and leaderless people look to other things for faith. Somebody always needs something to follow. So, the majority of people here seems to not even having a backbone or spine. From
Well, I
my
mean, to be fair, we just have a dragon who walked up and said, "I'm leader now." A bunch of
hat,
snake men decided to say no and got murdered for it.
yes, and honestly, I'd say very glorious death, I would say. You go out and
Oh,
die not a slave.
of course, but I can't be too mad on the people's end because, well, how would you respond to a dragon?
Right, this is real life. Not everyone is a hero. I need
Plus,
to.
one that willingly displayed his power against those that didn't want him.
That doesn't sound like what a just or good king would do. They would not do it to inspire fear, but don't know what to say. But
An issue
I,
for, but this is an issue for a later time. Right now, I'm more focused on a rival issue.
right.
But when we come back, we're removing him. Either
Well,
by the will, we will first peacefully try to remove him by the will of the people themselves.
but that's the thing, you see. Coming to such a conclusion so quick and not taking in everyone else's opinion is going to cause another rift like before. What I would suggest is first we all come together as a team and work this out, the little mechanics of it. And if we do happen to all vote that we think this dragon is a problem, then we should go for it. But had I been in my younger and more selfish days, I would have probably gotten myself killed trying to do that, do just that without thinking. But
We
for
also
now,
wouldn't. We would also need to figure out a better government for them, anyways.
that's
Because
right.
if we do remove him, that leaves no leaders.
There will be another Pine Water to take the place of the Hydra.
Hmm.
Karath would sort of sit up and say, for what it's worth, as the person who lost some of my people, it seems most of the town has benefited from Kundal's presence so far. I'm not sure we would get the results we wanted. I believe that's why my men attacked.
That is why in order to have things benefit others, you need to be patient about it. Can't rush things willy nilly.
Right, but this, like the captain said, this can be dealt with in time. But as time goes, I mean, the dragon can only get stronger and his influence can only spread. We, I would say yes, we go after this rival because this is honestly much more of a heavier thing on our plate than dealing with the dragon.
Especially if she were to become a Sea King, though. Or they
Mm.
become a Sea King.
Yeah.
But
But in
the
order to become a
possibility.
Sea King, they have to level up to 32.
What?
It's,
Yes, Hawk! Yes!
Wait,
Someone
what?
got that.
It took me a second, but
Eh.
okay.
Oh! Oh, I get it!
Pieces of 8.
Ah!
We gotta catch them all.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it,
finally.
Hawk!
Womp
Damn
womp.
you! No! I don't want to get sued by Nintendo now.
You wouldn't be the one getting sued. I would. I'm the one running the channel.
Wait, actually, on
I don't want to get
streaming
pulled
too, so
into
shit.
courts.
Wait,
I already have to go through a fictional one. I don't need to go through a real one.
Fair. All right. Continuing on, though. It is time to discuss what you are going to do about Azura.
Saurok actually doesn't want to kill her.
Well, why
As
don't you
much
explain that to us, Captain?
I hate her, but when I'm not in the enraged stage where I was earlier on the island, pirates could use more captain. And well, the purpose of the Sea Princes was to prevent a single party rule and the likes, similar, essentially ensuring freedom across all pirates, but maintaining some minor sense of order by democratic or republican style leadership. So in order for us to defeat her, and if I were to become a Sea King, I would much rather prefer to be a Sea King with instead of Sea Princes underneath my command than to have than be the sole one that's leading an entire fleet of pirates. Not only would it ensure just rule, not only on my end, but any future possible Sea Kings and Sea Princes.
That's surprisingly reasonable. Who the fuck are you, and what did you do with Saurok?
Bucky, you had some time to think about this.
Fair. That seems fair enough. What are we going to do about the Leviathan and the other creature?
That's the difficult part. Leviathan seems to stick around that island, though. But
How do you know that?
I said seems, not guaranteed.
What do you mean seems? It literally swam away after it was done, like, messing.
Well, the only solution I could think of in my head is that we kill it.
Exactly. That thing is a detriment to trade and all sorts of anything back and forth towards here and there. So
But our only problem is that none of our magic works, and I'm pretty sure our flying ship won't work if we got near it. We may be in the air, but I think our ship still functions off of the whole magic thing.
surely the mermaids may know how to destroy it, since the siren is a cousin to their species. Maybe their magics are somewhat similar. That we could
That
enlist their help,
cousins?
related in a far of blood.
So related in a roundabout way.
From my research, yes.
Talking about they're kind of like the sirens are like the high elves, and the mermaids are like the wood elves.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm.
Wait, then what does that make Tritons?
Gnomes.
Well, regardless, I think I would think that talking to the mermaids would benefit us in some way. Plus, if we could get an idea of how this thing actually functions outside of the beast instead of being anti-magic, and then the siren instead of being something.
Hmm,
Powerful magic caster, I guess.
exactly. So I vote we go and head for the sirens. What say you all?
You mean mermaids?
Mermaids.
Well, it's a destination that we could do. Though I'm not sure how we're gonna get it underwater.
Hmm. I could. I don't breathe. I can, but I also speak.
Like, that's like the best statement. It's like, I don't breathe. I can do that.
Yeah, it was more meaning the rest of us.
How do we get in the water last? when we fought
Well,
the Hydra.
I do have an idea. We need to gather up as many potions of water breathing.
Right. Does anyone else around? Does anyone else among us speak aquatic? Only me.
Glub glub.
McGrath would shake his head.
Now, the obvious question is, what does aquatic even sound like?
Sounds like sounds some Cthulhu. I don't know. Sound like
All I could
Riley.
think of when you said what does it sound like is the fish people from Hotel Transylvania 3.
See, my answer to that is
Just
Well,
like
there's your canon answer, guys.
Makes no sense.
Aquatic sounds like
No,
Murloc.
wait. Oh, god damn it! I just gotten into an awesome game for that one. Great. Now I have to get me in fucking nightmares of that shit.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Murlocs.
so we need additional translators. We need research on other sort of anti-magic creatures. See if we can glean anything about this Leviathan. And we need to find a way to get a whole crew and a ship underwater without everything going to shit.
Well, we're not bringing that ship underwater, that's for damn sure. Unless we can figure out if it can even go underwater.
How deep is the ocean?
Yes.
Leagues upon leagues upon leagues, boy.
And it's probably right to assume that they live on the bottom.
depends. Some like the shallow waters.
Could be.
Well, referencing the map, they're like in the middle between a couple islands, probably the deepest point in the area.
I will point out that you do know of some mermaids and merfolk that live in the shallows near the Mare of Dead Men. You fought
Yeah.
alongside them against the Sahuagin, remember?
We could go talk to them.
Good plan. Chantel, what do you think of this? You've been silent,
There is a
uncharacteristically.
cold mist surrounding Chantel, and she looks quite distant. I believe that it would be a good idea to meet our fellow friends. But they won't know the deep sea mermaids.
Deep sea mermaids. And some out to buy luminescent ones.
Yes, indeed. And many others. Seawater is completely different to freshwater.
That's true. Meeting the ones that we fought alongside will give us, I guess, they'll put us in the good graces of their fellow folk, and then we can go parlay and see what with those people all about. Of course, they may want us to do some quests. I've noticed that. I always want every place we visited. Interesting.
Hey, questing's always a good idea.
It's just interesting how we always have time to do the. Anyway, yes, we should go to the.
Quit nitpicking the meta narrative. Only I'm allowed to do that.
we go to. Let's all go to meet the ones that we fought with before, and see if they'll help us get a audience.
You could probably glean something from them. And her skin looks deathly pale as she floats around, looking a bit silver-eyed.
Still thinking about what Trevor told you, huh?
Oh, a little, but not really.
Well, we have to put that to the wayside for now. We have a job to do. We need to be all focused. And also we need to replenish our numbers, like I was saying. How many have we lost again?
A lot.
As he motions for a bookworm to actually state the exact number.
Shit. Why are you making me give an exact number?
Just
You
not
lost half your crew.
okay. Yikes.
Somewhere in the 40s, 50s, somewhere.
Around the 50s, yeah.
Sheesh. All right, we need to. Whoever's willing from this town that we can get to come aboard, any help would be welcomed.
Well, there's one matter, of course, first. Bookworm,
Mm.
you have all the list for the next kin, correct?
Yeah.
Please contact them and make sure they've received the payment, their last payment. We'll have a graveyard set up near the keep if they want to come and pay their respects.
Bookworm looks incredibly discouraged by that, but he nods solemnly.
You could ask the crew for assistance,
Yeah. I know. I'm not looking forward to it.
As Saurok would just gently pat Bookworm's shoulder. Don't worry. I'm not looking forward to either.
Okay. Looking around the tavern, what would Helica notice that's different? Is there any new faces or any particular people that may be looking our direction?
Well, Zangrator is still there.
I thought you left.
He's been sitting there this entire time, reading a book.
Yeah, didn't you say you were going to go fight some inevitables or something?
What? Oh, I did that a while back. Where have you been?
What? But
Okay, well, he could manipulate time and space.
Honestly,
well,
it's like you don't pay attention to my power set whenever it's described. I'm bullshit. That's it.
well then, almighty bullshitter Zangrator. Is there any way you can help us replenish our numbers?
Oh, certainly.
Okay.
Will you help us?
No.
But you just said certainly.
It was worth asking.
I
Oh.
said I could, not that I would. There's a key difference there. Honestly,
Yeah, he's right.
Honestly, you've been to Mechanus and dealt with interdimensional lawyers. You'd think you'd have recognized that little distinction by now.
I don't even understand half the things they say up there. Mechanus is just a world of nonsense to me. Too many rules. Ugh.
Too many. Okay. How about this? Zangato, do you know where we might find someone who is of capable strength that may help us on our way? Or better yet, do you have any thing that can help us breathe underwater? Well, not me in particular, but my comrades.
He just slowly closes his book, puts it on his lap, looks up at Helica, and stares at her for a good minute.
Big cat eyes.
I feel inclined to remind you that in this story, you've already met someone with that capability.
Bigger cat eyes.
I think he's meaning.
Shinzo?
What?
Do you guys just not remember the shipwright who helped us,
Oh,
trick your buggy ship?
yes.
Yeah, that's
The
who
gnome, right?
Yup.
Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind. Thanks.
Zangator gives you a thumbs up and grins. Well,
Also,
grins as best as an illithid can.
I don't think it would be much of a rewarding experience if we asked for a powerful being like him to do everything for us.
Listen, well, yeah, you're right. Let us find this gnome fellow and see if we can get any more of those breathing potions of the sea.
Saurok is just gonna get up and start moving to do that.
I'll point out that it's like 10 in the evening.
Oh,
Yeah, he's probably asleep.
Sleep? What?
Yeah, surprisingly, some people do require it.
Yeah, us mere mortals over here.
Wow, what a foreign concept.
Even me.
It's only been like 3 months since you last slept.
Let me see. 1, 2. Yes, 3. What's. So do we just wait till tomorrow? I mean, looks down at her arm that she doesn't have a watch on. We have, I don't know how long we have.
We have long enough for us to go back to the keep, find the comfiest beds possible, and pass out for a while.
All right, everyone, let's get back to our keep and check how that's doing. Hopefully, nothing has befallen that. Weird dragon has taken over that or anything.
I mean, he acknowledged our sovereignty over the keep,
Yep.
or at least our ownership of it.
Have dragons ever been known to lie?
Yes,
What color?
quite often.
Right.
Is it a dragon? Yes.
Okay. All right, let's get in. Let's pile into the carriage and get the heck on.
So y'all pile into Charlotte's car. God, that
Is
feels
this
weird to
still
say
working?
in a D&D game.
Are we driving by the chicken hut?
Yeah.
Okay, come on in.
But no, we have to go to the keep. We can't go to
Yes,
the
but it will be faster if we can just vroom there.
in your car, not the chicken hut.
I've made the chicken say vroom these days.
Okay.
What's the matter
God.
which way we're doing it?
I guess she just wants you to have more room in the car. I'll ride in a chicken Pizza Hut.
We also have a mobile airship, guys.
That too.
Yeah, you do.
So many vehicles. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go. Let's make our way. Let's continue on.
If we ever enter into a descent of Averdance, we're gonna kick ass.
Of course you will. You have Chantel. You win.
Oh, I wasn't even just referring to Chantel. I was referring to the fact that we have a bunch of fucking things that say, fuck you, we're gonna stay this far away and bombard you with all of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As the party retreats to the keep in chicken hut or vehicle or airship, you would find many of the people that you left at the keep, most of the workers, just, either milling outside, enjoying their last cup of ale for the evening, or just you're already heading inside and getting ready for bed. However, as your ship comes in and lands, a lot of them look up in surprise, scramble for weapons, and then realize, wait a minute, oh, that's Captain Saurok waving at us. Okay, it's okay, we're good. As the party steps out, who did y'all leave in charge?
Yeah, who? Because I do not remember. In
Did
my
you? Did you leave anyone in charge?
no, because I took everybody that was supposed to be in the tavern. Like my Sphinx was supposed to run my club, but she's with me.
I
Uh,
know Amo left some guys behind.
yep, I left Lerai at the mansion. He might have taken it upon himself to also keep an eye on the keep, being the cool paladin that he is.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I
and if
didn't.
I
And
remember
I.
correctly,
Go ahead.
if I remember correctly, I only brought the soldiers and knights, so the hunters, cavaliers, and assailants were left at the keep.
Okay.
But
I also left behind Rawzak, the ambassador to the Lizardfolk.
Okay. I think I got an idea. So as the party approaches, Lerai steps out, yawning and rubbing his eyes. Thank goodness. Lord Amo, are you all right?
Oh, it's been a fucking couple weeks, but most of us are in one piece.
Ah, thank goodness.
Uh,
What is this wondrous contraption you've brought back?
Boils of war.
Indeed.
How go things here?
Interesting.
Hmm. Beyond just the dragon who moved into town?
There's more than one dragon.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, fucking course
What?
there is.
You got to be kidding.
Well,
I'm about ready to make myself some fucking overgrown chicken stew, so you better tell me why exactly there's another one.
alright, calm down. It's late. Let's all go down to the bordello, get some hot hyper water, and some mead, and some details. Christ, I'm never getting to sleep.
As you enter the main keep, preparing to enter the bordello, you hear a loud roar as something comes stampeding towards the party. How dare you disrespect my domain! I will have you flayed and hung for this indignity! As a vast, powerful blue dragon glares at the party, lightning crackling at its lips, as it stares up at the party. The dragon who has claimed your keep is the size of a golden retriever.
I told you. I said it was a dragon. I told you.
Oh my god. Okay, you're so cute, we're keeping you. Alright, I'm
What?
going to bed now. You guys handle this.
How? You
And
cannot
I'll
keep
walk
me!
away.
How did you get in?
Saurok sort of was about to pull up, but when he saw how small that guy is, it's like, you're just a baby.
I am Drelzanak, the Infinite, and you will obey me, mortals!
Shanto attempts to grab this dragon by the scruff, like a cat. Pick him up.
As you pick up the dragon, his arms and legs flail in the air. Put me down! I will have you
Oh.
destroyed!
How cute! Should we put a leash on this thing? Collar, maybe.
I want
Say
to
at
name.
least.
I want to name him Spyro.
Spyro.
I will annihilate you! Power word, kill!
I think you'd need to be more purple for that.
Power word kill.
The dragon,
Okay.
the dragon looks at its finger in complete disbelief. You must be mighty mages indeed to resist my power. Fear not, I will show you my true might! Behold, lightning bolt! And it promptly opens its mouth and shoots a bolt of lightning at Chantel, which feels actually rather pleasant.
Oh, I was feeling quite cold. Thanks for warming me up.
Back!
Mr. Dragon, now that you're seized, what can you tell us about the dragon that holds Saltmarsh under siege?
He's a bitch.
Okay.
Well, that much we could agree upon.
But where did he come from? Who is. He has, or shows that he has good intentions, but my little Helica senses are tingling something mad. When I confronted, or when the party confronted him, us all, he was quite of the threatening persuasion.
He is a brass dragon. Of course he's threatening. Brass dragons are the worst of the lot.
But
Hmm.
the dragon groups, or was
Yes.
that?
When we spoke to him, he said our keep was fine, yet we find you here.
That son of a bitch dismiss me? Am I not threatening enough for him? I will end him! Put me down! I will crush him!
Alright, alright, Spyro, how about this? If you can beat Bigglesby, we'll let you go fight the Brass Dragon.
I will annihilate
Don't
the
do that to
bee!
Bigglesby just walks up and looks down at him.
Don't do that to him, man.
Oh.
Kneel before me, insect! As
Bigglesby sits on him.
his neck is turned straight up at Bigglesby.
Bigglesby turns around and just sits on him.
Ah, fuck!
Don't crush the little guy.
Okay.
Let him up.
As Saurok would try to move Bigglesby off so that we could actually pick up the dragon butt underneath his arms.
He moves
Kinda
like
like-
a reluctant dog.
I think I'm gonna like you.
I think I will destroy you.
Oh please, I'm a pirate. You'll get along with me nicely.
And I am God!
A god will kill me right. A certain god will kill me right now for not being what an orc is. I highly doubt you have that power right now. But in the next 1,000 years, you probably would. I'd be dead by then, but still.
Listen here, great and mighty, powerful dragon. How would you like an opportunity to join the crew and help us with our endeavors?
Why would I help you?
Because there's
You get money.
tons of money the vastest wealth that you could ever imagine would be yours, all yours, if you come and join us and provide your limitless wisdom and knowledge to our hapless crew.
Believe me, every pirate in the crew gets a share.
I'll
Yes.
pull out a handful
that-
of the treasure we got from the scarecrow to just kind of like flash it at him.
As the treasure flashes before his eyes, Helica, make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, vice is always my favorite sin. Let me see. Let me see. Persuasion.
Actually, I could probably assist on that.
Y'all are assisting.
Oh, what?
All right.
11.
All right. You had to beat a 7, so you did good.
Oh well, that's good enough.
Good enough.
I mean, it is a young dragon, so influence is not that hard.
So Haloka literally couldn't have failed.
No, you could have by rolling a 2 or a 1, but
Yeah, it was going to be hard.
hard to fail, yeah.
All right. So,
And then Saurok just places the dragon onto his shoulders.
the dragon looks at the treasure, gently reaches out and takes one of the gems, looks at it, nibbles at it. Your offering and your terms please me. The contract is sealed.
Ah,
And-
goddamn it, we're warlocks now, aren't we?
I wouldn't say,
Congratulations.
I wouldn't say that we're warlocks, as he just pets the dragon on the head.
Oh, can I pet it too?
It's on my shoulders, of course you can.
She pets it.
Dare you?
I have not tried to step on your ego, dragon, at all. So when you turn all big and mighty, remember me, of course.
I shall remember you, person. I shall remember your generosity and willingness to deal. Yeah.
What was your name?
Spyro now.
I want to hear what he claimed his name to be.
He kind of glances at Helica. I actually like the name Spyro. It sounds pleasing.
Oh, well, okay.
It was either that or Zertex, so.
Lucas Ortiz.
Right.
Yes,
So
like a
we
wizard thing.
So we have a blue dragon
Wormling.
wormling whose name is Spyro.
Yes.
Actually, isn't the actual like artistic depiction of Spyro have a single horn in his head?
No, he has two.
Oh, damn! I was gonna say it is rather accurate to how he looks.
Well, now that you're with us, should we give him a day or two before we divulge any important, extreme information?
Like what? Our plans to kill his rival?
Not that. That's to me that's trivial. That's just another day for us. We're talking about the other thing that we have
Wait.
overseas.
Slaying a dragon is trivial to you.
When we have you on our side, it's trivial. Oh, great Spyro.
His eyes narrow at that.
Hey, I'm just trying to help.
Add a character. I gotta go in 45 minutes.
All right.
Apologies.
No worries. Oh my god, doing his voice hurts my throat. All right. So as the party heads into the brothel, bordello, let's be fancy here. They would find that pretty much everything in the keep has been going just fine. There's numerous adventurers hanging out in the bordello itself, just, resting, having an easy time, chillaxing, all the good stuff. Many of them raise a toast as the party enters, recognizing them as the boss. And
Just
as y'all relax and start getting ready for bed, everyone else in the keep would inform you that while they have been a lot of them have been doing recruiting for their team on their own time, so your ranks will be replenished. You're gonna be okay.
good. Very good.
And soon, a lot of them would inform you that the dragon moved in a couple of weeks ago, but then proved himself so utterly inept at doing anything that he just became more of a joke. They would hear screaming and be like, "Oh well, the dragon's mad again. Wonder who he's smiting this time."
Yo, that really is inching my character to go like, no, we're pushing this to now.
So, with all that done, what is the party planning to do? Because
We need to do some recruiting, yes.
Well, if it's for what we do before we go to sleep, or something. Helica is actually within the master suite in the bordello. Um, Actually, every one of our crew has their own master suite within the bordello in like a circular, like it's like a circular room that leads to the doors that we have all with their initials on it, nice and gold embroidery. But anyway, Helica is in her master suite with Chantel. She's looking and pouring through a book and looking up the known like last known vampires, and then after that she's looking up I think something up. Damn it! It come back to me. It was something with a dragon, but basically she's just doing some her research for the night. Before she just goes into like some hyper awareness sleep. But that's what she does. But that's just for the night. Whatever you have planned for tomorrow, I'm still trying to come up with that. So that's me.
Gotcha. All right. I'm assuming most of the rest of you are just gonna head to bed, get some sleep.
Yeah. And our plan as a party is to go talk to the mer people of Saltmarsh tomorrow and play it by ear from there.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah. But before we do that, we got to go to the gnome and get the water breathing potions there. So
Talk to the merfolk in the swamps. We can just talk to the lizard folk and have them like set up a meetup. They live in the
oh
ship
right.
Yeah, the water is for the seagoing ones.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It clicks now.
All right. So, I will point out that y'all have two objectives that you've set for yourselves. You could theoretically split the party to deal with this. I won't be an asshole DM and spring combat on you.
Oh,
Fair enough.
split the party.
Well, on my end, I'm wanting to start doing the recruitment.
We just did the recruitment that night. It's hand waved unless you want to add more troops than what you already had.
Yeah.
I actually had in mind of something, which is add more troops before the keep itself. Basically, since we're going to be out at sea a lot, might as well put some security there. You know?
Mm.
You have the best security. You have a blue dragon.
Who is
Yeah.
essentially getting king from Owl House. I don't know if we should trust that.
Look, I'm going to be leaving my druids here. I'm setting up the hive for this new queen egg that I just brought back. They're going to be handling that and make sure, like, they're going to be here for that. So I'm not going to be bringing any of my followers when we set out again.
Helica's looking to hire a vampire to run her bordello while she's out.
That's gonna be a challenge.
That's gonna be tricky.
Okay, what you got? What we got to do here?
Yes, is there any
You gotta
hope
first
for them?
figure out where the vampires are hiding.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of the clincher of that entire situation. Like, you are more than welcome to hire a vampire. Where the fuck are you finding a vampire?
All right, so
Let alone one that's out in the open.
how about this? After we take care of the whole Sea Prince thing, we'll go vampire hunting. And instead of killing them, we'll just walk up and be like, "Hey, you want a job?" And if they say no, we kill them. But if they say yes, they got a new job.
The next thing we know, we get trapped into Barovia and then end up hiring Strahd somehow.
Oh, no.
It's like,
Strahd.
you have entered my domain with the intent of doing something unpleasant. I, Strahd von Zarevich, will not allow you to sully my... I'm sorry, what?
You want a job?
You want me to run a what?
A bordello.
Good for your resume.
Oh god, no, Strahd. He's too busy like wanting Titania back, who's reincarnated. But
Like I see here, you've run a castle for 50 centuries. Wow, that's pretty good.
Oh my god. Alnari in the chat. You're up to something. I know it.
But no. Should we happen to come across any, adventures, maybe on the island or something, if we can subdue it. If not, we smite the thing. But
So, okay. So, running off of that line of logic, you're going to beat the fuck out of a vampire, and
yep,
as it's laying there slowly regenerating, you're going to be like, by the way, would you like to work here?
yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, club them upside the head. Give them some
Stake them,
Phyrexian.
paralyze them, make sure there's a ritual to bind them.
Give them a nice Phyrexian blood thingy, and then
Transfusion.
yeah, as you do, and then they'd be like, "Oh, okay, yes, I help you run the place," and then I'll be like, "Okay, cool. Now we have a vampire. We have more customers because being brought in by
So long as that
the
vampire
chance."
doesn't drink their blood.
Yeah, because they have Phyrexian blood now.
Ah, I see. Very smart.
Would would a I Shinzo, cut to commercial while I think about this.
Okay. Are you tired of ones ruining your fun? Come listen to ones ruin someone else's game.
I want to pet the kitty.
Roll to pet the cat.
I rolled a 1? Oh. Really? Again?
We even have a trained opera singer.
My little buttercup got the sweetest smile.
Guys? Maybe I should be the bard?
But you wanted to be the fighter.
And sound design that puts you right in the action. Comedy of Terrors. Comedy D&D in an hour-ish.
So it's morning time, right? We are splitting the party to go and do our carousing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only question is, which group is going with whom?
I will go for the mermaids in the marsh, or we were meeting with the lizard folk to get an audience with them, to get an audience with the other ones.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that would
that's
just
fine.
be that would just be like 2 or 3 of you roll up and are like, "Hey, what's good?" And they'll be like, "Hey, it's you."
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be
So
like,
I'm with Amo on that one.
Amo was actually going to stay behind and do the whole funeral thing.
Okay. Well, I'll go.
"All right. So we have Helica going up to the marshes. We have Amo staying behind. All
I
right.
do want to
Where's
talk with Saurok, the lizard folk, so I'll be joining Helica.
all right? 2 of you are going up that way. How about the good captain and his and yeah.
Saurok is going to be what do you call it? Seeking out some potential recruits for, well, being additional forces for the local for protection stuff.
Gotcha.
Just to ensure investments.
Gotcha. All right. So Saurok is way over at the keep. What about Ikarath and Shinzo? What are y'all 2 doing?
Shinzo would be drinking, still kind of muttering to himself about the whole Angrod situation. He doesn't like it when people try to steal his fame. That'd be about it.
All right. And Ikarath? Ryan, are you there?
I think you said to be back. Oh.
Yeah, he had to step out.
Oh, okay.
We can hand wave the funeral thing later, and I'll go talk to the gnome. If somebody's doing that.
Okay. Okay. Y'all did kind of make Bookworm do the funeral thing and set that stuff up. So
Yeah, the idea was for him to mostly like send out the letters and like, a date for it.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
that was my intentions, anyways.
Yeah, I was mostly just like going to get like stuff prepared.
Okay. All right. Well, since Quinn has to leave fairly soon, we're gonna do Saurok's first.
Mm-hmm.
Who exactly you're trying to recruit people to guard the keep? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you looking for anyone special or anything unusual in your recruitment drive, or are you just putting an active shout out and saying, "Hey, we're hiring"?
More that latter one.
Awesome. I'll go over the hiring stuff that you do later on. For now, let's see if y'all actually get anyone special. Saurok, roll me 2d100, please.
Give me a moment.
No. Do it now. Do it now.
Roll 2d6.
2d100.
Oh,
Slightly higher than a 6.
sorry, I misheard you. 93 and 98. Damn.
Holy fuck. Okay.
All right, so we just found 2 planeswalkers.
93 on the rogue table. Fuck. 98 on the paladin table. Fuck. Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2d12, please.
5 minutes later.
As Saurok is concluding the day's recruitment drive, having hired a good number of fighters, we'll go over the exact details later. It would be incredibly boring on stream. A figure would approach him.
Saurok is very confused.
It's been a long day. He's talked to a lot of people, most of whom were, fresh-faced newbies looking for their first quest. But this person that stands before you is completely different. They are clearly a half-giant, massive in stature, and staring down at you. I presume you are Captain Saurok.
Oi, that'd be me.
A pleasure to meet you.
And you, sir?
Jim.
Jim. What's your name?
Thank you. I'm here to sign up to join your crew.
Oh, excellent. Glad to hear.
As he sits down, the massive, plates of armor that are, roughly strapped together over his, bulging muscles and, tanned and kind of grayish skin jangle and clank against each other. As they do, you see a glint of something silvery underneath them all, around his neck. I have been led to believe that you are a pirate captain of great renown.
That I am.
What exact kind of pirating do you do?
Well, main source of pirating is taking the wealth of, well, nobles and kings, and more or less handing it into the hands of those less fortunate than
He nods solemnly. You
That's
steal
the.
from the rich and give to those in need.
Of course, it's within the intentions of making sure that not only do they survive in life, but it's for them to do with what they will. After all, we pirates are about freedom, and that's kind of our whole shtick is, well, we fight against those that take away freedom.
Indeed.
I won't hide the fact that some of our actions may be questionable at best.
I'm not here to question your methods or your rationale. I'm here to join.
Well, that's an excellent thing to hear.
You believe in freedom,
Above all else,
but more than that, you believe in heroism.
well, of course, can't be a free man without doing some good in the world.
Then I believe we will get along just fine.
Excellent.
Where should I report to, Captain?
You shall report to the keep outside of town.
Very well. And he stands up, and as he does, his amulet falls free. As you see a sigil shaped like a cloud with a lightning bolt coming down, with a full moon behind it.
Gotta say, nice amulet.
Thank you. It belongs to my god.
Really? I'm guessing this god of yours falls in line with how we think.
Indeed he does.
I think this god I'm gonna enjoy working with, and
This god is the one who led me to you.
well, if there's any possibility of you being able to talk to him directly, I wouldn't mind saying to him that thank you for leading you over here, and I can't wait to work with him.
I'm sure he already knows. I shall see you at the rendezvous point, Captain.
Hmm.
May the
And
blessings
you,
of Stronmoss be upon you.
and may this and may the sea not take you yet.
He smiles back, chuckling as he walks out. And as he does, you can see a huge fucking griffin standing in the middle of the road that he promptly mounts and rides off.
Did I just get a griffin rider?
Yes, you did. A half-giant griffin rider.
He was a paladin of one of the gods who was a token we're seeking.
Yep.
Wait, no, we actually already have strong mosses, don't we? That was like the first
Yep.
one.
Yep. Mm. Yep.
Honestly, this is probably the best situation ever.
All right. And with that, I will get with y'all later and talk about the new units you can hire and replenish and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Let us move on to doing this talk with the lizard folk and the merfolk. As Chantel's well, how would Chantel and Helica be getting down to the Mayor of Dead Men?
Chantel.
Well, I guess we'll be taking our cruise with my Hellforge. The breeze in the air blowing through both of our hair as the hood has come down like a convertible.
As as the two of you roll into the Mayor of Dead Men, the smell of brine assaults your senses. But within about half an hour, you've already reached the massive camp of the lizard folk, many of whom are now yelping in alarm at this strange thing that is rolling up with a very loud noise. Though pretty soon all of them realize, oh, it's those two. And they stand down to let the two of you enter the town.
Helica's eyes would be going back and forth, looking at the developments since last they met.
There haven't been any.
Ah,
There's more huts. That's about it.
Okay. Well, Helica would definitely be making her way towards the Queen's hut.
As you approach the Queen's hut, you see the Queen herself turn the corner, heading towards it herself, before she notices the two of you. Ah. I have to remember what voice I gave her all those ages ago.
That was about it right at the first.
Okay. Miss Helica, how lovely to
Queenie,
see you again.
the pleasure is mine. Now, wow, aren't you looking like a nice piece of
Tail.
mm,
You see her tail
actually, I keep that to
twitch behind her.
myself. We're actually here on me and Chantel is here. Last time you seen her, she was quite old looking. We went through a lot since last we met. It was months ago. Now we're here on important business. And it's in relation to the merfolk. So we thought we'd come here personally and would seek any aid that you could give us in hopes that we could make contact with the merfolk that helped us when we defended the town.
Of course. They are down by the shore.
Really?
Indeed.
And how
So,
is Mr. Sorif?
Sorry. Last I checked, he was with you.
No, he stayed back.
She tilts her head.
I don't
About a month ago, he said he would be visiting you. He said he would be going on a trip with you.
Oh, I must have forgotten. Pardon me.
tends to happen to the best of us. Now, Miss Queenie, I would like to ask you. Now, you know about before we go, the dragon that plagues Saltmarsh.
I am aware of Kundal, yes.
And he hasn't made you all come to some weird dragon-y agreement.
No, he seems to be avoiding us.
Really? Really, really, really. And when's the last time you've been to Saltmarsh?
We have not been back since a week before he arrived.
That's curious. Curious indeed. But, it was such a marvelous pleasure to see your countenance again. You're much more beautiful than the day I first saw you. But anyway, we shall be off to the merfolk down by the river, right?
You just cannot help yourself, can you?
Sorry. All right, off to the river. Thank you, Miss Queenie. I'll be seeing you around.
Chantal nudges Helica. Would you like to stay another night?
We have a job. Come on.
All right. As the two of you head down towards the merfolk, you hear, as you approach, singing. It is loud, happy, joyous. Just songs of hope and freedom.
What a seraphic voice. Oh, I feel like my soul is in rapture. Who is that makes that beautiful sound? She looks and goes towards the voice.
Nobody who lives in an ocean is happy. That's clearly a trap. Thank you, Elnara. As you approach the voice, you see that there are numerous merfolk just hanging out around the bay. So like a small shoreline with lots of rocks around it. Many of the merfolk are sitting on the rocks, weaving kelp and seaweed into things, polishing small pearls. Some of them are in the water itself, playing with the fish.
Very interesting. Do they notice that we have stepped into their domain?
Oh yeah, they know you're here. A couple of them look over at you, but they don't say anything. Like one or two would raise their hands in greeting and then would turn back to what they're doing.
Helica would just be all smiles, nodding as they're waving and paying no mind as she approaches at a comfortable pace. Her shadow, though, seems to decay grass and matter as she's stepping towards them. But she's just all smiles, and she goes up to them. My, you are quite something to look at. Words do not do justice to your magnificence and beauty. Now, I don't think you can recall who I am. My party fought alongside of you back some months ago, defending Saltmarsh. I'm Helica, and this is Chantel. But last you saw her, she was about this tall and a little bit old, hunched back and old looking. But now she's all beautiful, like you all. I've come to ask and
Jesus Christ, Shun.
come to ask and perhaps bargain in terms of getting information on the Leviathan and
They immediately shush you.
Oh.
You wish to know about the Leviathan?
Yes.
They look at each other, obviously concerned.
Well,
But they turn away, whispering amongst each other. But finally, one of them swims up. We can tell you about the Leviathan and the siren that guides it, but you cannot speak of us to it. If the fiend knew we aided you, it would kill us.
We will not say a word. I will keep it with my dying breath.
I'll keep it with my undying breath. So, we were told about other mermaids out towards the seas, and we were going to go visit them, but my companion, Amo, has told me and jogged my memory that you all are here. Are you all here in hiding or something from that beastie?
Oh, no, not at all. We are here because we prefer the shore. It is so much easier to find pearls. And one of them holds up a pearl necklace.
Oh, Elika's eyes just widen. Oh, pretty. Oh, she purrs. But, I gotta stay my hand, because I like shiny things and red lights. Anyway, back on to the task at hand. So the Levy, no. Yes, that.
The Leviathan is a cruel and terrible beast, one of the 3 terrors of the deep.
Three? Wait, as in three, like 3 fingers that I'm holding up now. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
Yes.
Out there. But, okay, yeah, I remember that, but I didn't. If they're like that, kind of changes things.
There are 3. The
Oh,
Leviathan, the deep one, and the rock.
the rock.
Also
The
known
rock.
as Dwayne Johnson. It is a terrible beast.
God damn it, you memer.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I fell right into the Well,
So it's a giant turtle that, has the tribe of the Dwayne Johnsons on its back.
Yes.
Okay.
well,
Don't tell me this is the rock.
goodness. Chantel will take the mermaid's hand and then just holds her hand over it and just says, well, please tell me, how would we placate this horrible
Yes.
terror of the seas? How?
You
If
can't.
Huh?
No one can slay the Leviathan. It is a beast of nature. It is not but a monster.
You should guys have mentioned that I stabbed it in the eye.
Oh yes, I just got a email in my head. My friend, I remember that he stabbed it in the eye with his sword, and it's now planted within its eye, I believe. Or no, it's not. He stabbed it in the eye now.
She looks absolutely horrified. Then it will hunt him. It will not rest until he is dead, and it has taken its vengeance out upon him.
She looks. Helika just raises her brow. Saurok is a tough bastard. Nothing can bring him down other than, well, if you happen to clone him, probably. But then he still lives because his clone is alive. But I don't think he will go down that easily. And if he were able to harm the Leviathan like that, I think there is a way we could break through, but I wanted your insight on it because you all are beautiful, graceful creatures. Surely you should know how to take down this thing of the sea. Surely.
No, it's the Leviathan emits a miasma. Magic refuses to obey commands around it.
Right, spells doesn't. Yes, we've fought
On
against.
sight?
Yes, remember, Chantal, we fought it, and I believe your spells went off as usual. We fought the siren too. She was an icy hell. Um, and
Yes, what of the siren?
yes, she sunk our ship. By the way, by the by.
The mermaids all look kind of saddened by that news.
Listen, before you speak, you need to. Not need, but I want to personally see these terrors gone from the sea. That way, your people can live freely without having to just go off to the deep ends and avoid this thing forever. I know there are worse things out there, but if you could help us get rid of this thing, this Leviathan, your people would probably be even more grateful for your whole um sect here. Surely there's awards that mermaids award each other, right? Or is that not how?
We, the mermaids of the deep, they use. They look awkwardly amongst each other before one of them finally speaks up. They sacrifice people to it.
Blinks rapidly. Sacrifice people.
It is the only way to placate its rage.
Yeah. That sounds about right. So if you have no way of knowing how to defeat the thing, could you direct us to a person that may at least give us some sort of anything?
Any traits?
If you can reach the bottom of the sea, our ancestral home, go to our library. And you will need to look for one of us, a woman by the name of Chanal.
Chanel. I'm locking that in my mind.
She has been studying it for many, many years, and she may know the way to defeat it.
That sounds like a promise. That sounds very promising. Okay, Chanel, the deep sea, cool. Yes. I'm going to have to take one of you as my guide. So, which one of you would like to come and be a part of something great?
None of them really look all that interested in joining you.
But come on, it's the call to adventure. I'm sure you get sick of this same current. There's much more out there to see in the vast seas, of course, as you know. And with us to protect you, you could come back and have a plethora of stories to regale everyone with. And the
And more
prestige.
stories?
You
That
want
too.
adventure in the great wide somewhere.
Yes, as the voice above just sung.
All right. You know, I'm going to give this to you because you used one of my favorite words. You only get one.
Very well. Come on, I'll carry you back.
As one of the merfolk kind of shimmies up into Helika's arms, she looks over Helika, What exactly are you?
We are all wondering the same thing.
That's
Honestly,
that's not exactly a comforting thought.
I'm joking, Button. My name is Celica. I am a Phyrexian. I am some sort of alien fuck from outer space.
I mean, it's
So-
certainly an alien fuck.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
and I promise, as long as I'm here, no harm shall befall you, and you will have all the amenities you need on board the ship. And I promise you, the captain is a very, very inspirational man and very passionate. I'm sure would ooze off onto you. Now, well, let me see before. No, I think that's it. Is there any complications on board? Are we fighting with anyone, Chantel? No. Okay, we'll be off now. The rest of
Are
you,
you what? I'm sorry, what?
I'm
I'm
confused
just,
now.
I'm
I,
crossing my T's and dotting my I's. Now, I'll see you all later. We'll be back with your Button, your mermaid, and we'll have the head of the Kraken, and we'll all have Kraken stew, Leviathan stew. Sorry. So, all right.
well, I mean, the Kraken is another one of the beasts, so.
Oh my God.
Like
All
she
right.
would she would actually be able to fill you in. The three beasts are literally a giant monster whale, the Leviathan, a Zaratan, the rock, and a Kraken, the deep one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lovecraft's. Okay, let's go back to Saltmarsh now. Let us go and fill in everyone. Oh, what is your name, my little mermaid?
You just had to get that in, didn't you?
I honestly, it was so unconscious. Like I just realized it.
She smiles at you. I'm Zephyriel.
Zephyriel, like an angel. Hmm. Very well, Zephyriel. Let's go, Chantel. Let's get it. Let's get everything back.
It's like,
Um,
come,
Yes.
Chantel, let's get this bread.
let us get these coins.
There is a thing called a jacuzzi in the back of the seat. She can sit in there.
Okay. Puts her in a jacuzzi. Make sure it's not bubbling, and so she won't become fried.
No.
So, okay. Okay, well, push this car back to the song.
I
Vroom,
so
vroom,
so
zzz.
so tell me, does Helica like the taste of sushi?
You
Hey.
ask a cat person this.
Shit, I forgot. Yes, she's half Sphinx, right.
I'm sure this is Zephyriel's first time in a fucking murder machine that's traveling at 60 miles per hour. And shit.
Traveling at the speed of fuck. All right.
There's a reason why I don't fucking travel faster than the speed limit on our fucking road.
There,
There's no
where we're going,
speed.
we don't need roads. Also, where we're going, roads don't exist.
Fact, yeah.
All right. As the two of you and Zephyriel starts zooming back. All right. Now let's do Amo and Bookworm, as the two of them have spent their day distributing all of the notices and telling people, oh, by the way, your loved ones are fucking dead.
Amo has a little bit more tact than that.
Yeah.
I mean, not a whole lot more, but a little bit more.
Fair. So, as the two of you enter the bar, you would find Shinzo there muttering to himself.
Walk up, take off my hat, and bash it repeatedly in the back of Shinzo's head. The fuck are you doing?
Oh, that's not very nice. I'm sorry, I seem to have gotten lost in my mind.
How?
Hey, just 'cause I'm not the smartest does not mean I cannot think.
I know. It's just been in here all day. Like, what's your tab even up to at this point?
7 gold.
7.
Why'd you have to say something? I was afraid to ask.
What is it? Yeah,
He would just shake his head. Oh, it's nothing. So, what has everybody been up to?
Okay. Well, let's see. Igaroth is being Igaroth somewhere with his snake company. Like a normal human does.
Shout out in the chat for Snake Gang. Continue.
Helka and Chantel are adding more waifus to the collection.
Of course.
Let's see.
When don't they?
I believe Captain Saurok is grabbing us some himbos.
Apparently I did.
What is a himbo?
I think that's what Shinzo is.
They're people like you, Shinzo.
Oh, then that's his good recruitment.
I agree.
In real life, I know what a himbo is. Just saying. I didn't mean to make him a himbo. It just came out of the way.
This happens.
It just happened.
Bookworm and I have been talking to the families of the deceased, getting a service set up and all that.
Speaking of Bookworm, he casually reaches up and takes Shinzo's mug and drains it.
Yeah.
It was very rude.
Hey guys, I gotta get going.
Alright, catch you later, man.
Peace, man.
Take it easy.
Gonna be going and having dinner with my stepdad and my brother.
Nice.
Nice.
And first I'm
Be
gonna
safe.
try Brussels sprouts.
You will hate them.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
By the sounds of what my dad says, probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, see you guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Hey, Quinn.
See you.
So that's what everyone else has been doing. What have you been thinking about?
would just kind of look down and look back up at you and say, it's kind of what he said, this Angrod fellow. I don't know why someone would want to steal my fame when they did nothing. But then again, something is eerily similar about the name.
Maybe the name's like a title.
I could use more titles.
Yeah, like we call like the king, like he's just king, yada yada. It might be that you're Angrod Shinzo in the future.
Could be. Does kinda have a ring to it, I guess.
It's just weird to see it in a funk like this.
I know, my friend. Shall we go kill something then? Put me in the good old mood. What about that dragon?
That
When can
is
we take care of him?
That's a matter of debate amongst the party right now. Before we do, we're going to handle this whole Sea Prince nonsense first, and see what he does in the meantime.
Sounds good to me.
I feel like the DM was saying something a bit earlier.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Alright. Okay. Honestly, there's not much to kill around here anymore.
That is true.
So besides killing and drinking, what do you do?
Well, that's pretty much all I knew, so I guess I tend to repeat that. I do enjoy, sharpening my swords and attending to them. It is very nice.
Have you considered wood sculpting?
Oh, you mean like take a piece of wood and cut it with my sword and make it into something?
Yeah.
I have not.
Maybe you should. I mean, you're pretty damn good with a sword. Bet you can make some pretty good stuff. And at
Do
least
you
get you.
have any wood on you right now?
Well,
At which point, Bigglesby would walk over with the table he's been chewing on and drop it on you.
yes.
Oh, that's a bit heavy, but thank you, my friend. You just rip off one of the legs, hand the rest of it back to Bigglesby, then start whittling it.
As you start whittling away, continue talking.
How did it all get so damn complicated?
'Cause it's life. It tends to be that way.
I'm pretty sure I have a good 30 years on you. Life was never this complicated before.
I doubt that. I'm pretty sure you were just unaware.
I mean, maybe.
Due to my experience about life it's like a wave in the sea. It goes up and then comes down, and then it's back up again. Sometimes it stays down for quite a while, but it always comes back up.
I always felt it was more like ripples in a pond. Just one thing that happens. And, sure, some stuff happens for a while, but it always just returns back to normal. Same old, same old. But it just hasn't this time.
It will heal soon. Besides, if I have anything to say about it, I'll make it back to normal.
Well, I mean, it's comforting to hear you say that.
What is normal anyway?
That, my friend, is the 5 million gold question. I had to remind myself to say gold instead of I was about to say that's the $5 million question, but
Yeah.
what's a dollar?
Alright, what planes have you been to?
I know, right? Oh, hell.
As
Normals, nah. Go ahead.
Normal's got about 4 HP and 8 in every stat and tends to hand out quests. That's that's fucking great. I love that.
That's Al Norm.
Ah. All right. After a moment, Shinzo, you'd realize that you're done carving. And as you look down to see what you've absent-mindedly been whittling away at, you find yourself looking at the table leg. But on it are 3 faces each of which looks something like yours.
Curious.
Very good self-portrait. First time.
Yes, I guess I'm pretty good at a lot of things. Maybe one of these days I'll be a master of everything.
Wait, isn't that one your brother there, the one who doesn't talk?
As you look at the little whittling of the wood, surprisingly, yes, it does look like fucking what's his name?
Frenzy and Voldant.
It does
Verdant.
look like Verdant, and the other one looks like Frenzy.
I wasn't even thinking of them two. But I guess they're always on my mind. It seems they're the only family I have left. So,
Definitely keep them close if you can.
yeah, Frenzy's a bit difficult sometimes. He likes to joke and he tends to go a little bit dark sometimes. Voldant, he's great though.
He doesn't talk, which is amazing.
Yeah, he seemed quite the conversation.
Oh yes, you can never get him to shut up. And Shinzo just like kind of looks at Almo and then just chuckles.
Especially when there's a chipmunk nearby, just shoo.
Oh, he did that to you? Oh my god. The high pitched voice just kills me.
I know. And like he kept calling himself Alvin.
Oh, he is quite the jokester as well.
Yeah.
Just pray to whatever deity you subscribe to. Hope he does not have a frog. You don't want him to use one of those to talk to you. Oh no.
And if you need a deity to subscribe to, why not Prison Blade Gaming?
Link in the doobly doo.
Yeah. Push the link button to subscribe, follow, please. Yes.
Yes.
All right, check that off the end of episode list. All right. As the group pays their bills and sets back out to meet up with the rest of the party, we will end this episode with the last member of our crew. Ryan, are you back?
I'm back.
Thank God. Where have you been, son?
I mean, I've been back for a while.
Yeah, you made like you made me and Shinzo worry sick about you. Like your father and me were very concerned.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'm
when
sorry,
did I
parents.
become his dad?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
okay.
I guess I accept it then. How are you doing today, son? Welcome back.
All right. As Ikaroth was apparently the only one who remembered, oh yeah, we should probably go talk to Barnabas. Or Barnaby. He went to talk to Barnaby. So as he is approaching the massive docks where he remembers Barnaby working, he would see the little gnome directing them to build a ship, directing all of his workers to put together this brand new vessel that looks oh so very shiny and new. And as soon as Ikaroth enters, he'd glance over. Hey, you're back! I didn't see your ship in the docks. What happened?
Well, it's kind of a long story, short story sort of scenario, but we encountered the Leviathan out in the sea.
The ship's fucking gone, isn't it?
Well, yeah, let's just say it's gone. Most of it was destroyed, so yeah.
You'll excuse me for a moment. He walks outside, looks out over the docks towards the ocean, and unleashes a series of swears and expletives that I dare not repeat, lest YouTube demonetize us.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Afterwards, he comes back in. So how did you get back?
Well, that's another long story short scenario, but we found a different kind of vessel, one that you might actually be interested in seeing.
Go on.
It's an airship. It's quite a bit different than anything that we've seen around Saltmarsh, so perhaps you'd like to come see what it looks like.
Certainly. You idiots know how to do this, right? Aye, sir. Good. Bye. And he, as he's walking out with you, he grabs his cloak and throws it over his shoulders. So an airship, huh? Go on, I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Well, it's easier if I just show you the airship, but before we leave your sort of station, my companions and myself were looking to go back into the water potentially. Would you be able to help us get those potions of breathing again?
I could sell you some, sure.
Excellent. I won't need one myself, but I know the rest of them will.
Yeah, of course they will.
So, but
Wait,
yes, it's much.
how deep are you going?
Well, that's a great question. Right now, Helica and Chantel, I believe, are out speaking with some of the merfolk to find out exactly what we need to do, but you were the first one that we thought of with potentially helping us reach that goal.
Uh-huh. Well, all right. Lead the way. Let's see what we're working with.
Absolutely, I think you'll like it. And that being said, who are you building for now? And he would point back towards the ship.
Myself, honestly.
Ah, you can tell it looks beautiful.
Thanks. I'm hoping to sell it to someone. Don't know who yet, but it's gonna be someone.
Hmm.
I try to sell it to the dragon, get some of his sword, you know? What?
Yes, the dragon.
You don't like him?
Oh no, I haven't been in town long enough to really form an opinion, but you do like him?
Yeah, he's alright. Bit strict, but I won't deny his methods.
Hmm. I'm guessing business is doing okay then. And hey, that's got to be good.
Oh, business is doing just fine. In fact, business is actually going up because of him. It's just some of the laws he's presented are just a bit strict, you know?
What kind of laws are you talking about?
Yeah, he's presented a lot of different regulations that we have to follow now in order to actually do anything. Basically, every time, like, we have to show that, like, specific safety regulations are being followed in each of our sites and all that kind of crap. My men know what they're doing.
Hmm. I need
But with
to make things
him with
safer. Interesting.
but with him making the roads safer, I mean, it does help business, so I don't like it personally, but I can't complain that much.
All right. Well, seems to be kind of the opinion that I've heard so far. So,
Yeah, most people have that sort of opinion.
I suppose until he hurts people personally, then they won't try and fight back or seem to really care.
Plenty of people have tried fighting back already.
Plenty. I only know of a few.
Oh, the most recent one was a group of your kind. No offense. The Yanti, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
they tried to assassinate him. That went well. Before that, a group of the dwarves didn't like all the regulations he was throwing down on them, and they rebelled, and he put them down. Then, when he first rolled into town, there were a bunch of the older farmers who lived out in the sticks who really hated him because he was an outsider and all that. Like, they tried, but they didn't, like, they took one step towards him and he just looked at him and they were like, no, I don't think so, never mind. Bunch of cowards.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You'll find plenty of people don't like him, but he holds up his hand to you as you walk, showing off a ring. This ring comes from my family up in Neverwinter. Before this, we would have never even gotten. They would never have even gotten down here. So, like I said, I don't personally like him, but he is doing something right.
Well, as long as Saltmarsh continues thinking that way, then I suppose there's not much to really argue against, is there?
Yes, so. Holy crap! Is that your ship? As the two of you turn the corner and spot the airship in the distance.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You weren't kidding. I do want to see the inside of that. As he
I thought you would like it.
he immediately starts rushing forward towards it. So while the rest of the party has been doing their stuff, Barnaby has been inside the airship, looking it over, examining it, figuring out, hey, what are we going to do here? And eventually, he would come back up to the surface, to the deck of the ship, look at Ikarath. Where in the nine hells did you find this thing?
Off on one of the islands. The one we got stranded on when the Leviathan destroyed the ship and took half of our forces.
Which, wait, which island?
I believe it was Oz Island. Something like that.
You're kidding me.
You know of it?
Oh, I know of it all right. Oh, I know. I've heard the legends. Tales tell of an ancient and powerful mage who was hired by the sea princes and taken out to their domain. And he was specifically brought out there to build a boat that could fly.
Huh.
He just gives you a look and like looks around at the ship like, eh? This is it?
Well,
This is that boat? It
this
has to
is
be.
this is that boat. That's definitely true.
Okay, so the specs that I've learned about the boat. Also, I'm coming on board this boat. You desperately need an engineer to keep this thing running. But what I've actually found out about this boat is really, really cool. So, you don't need me to give you the potions. That's the good
Go
news.
on.
There is no going on. That's it.
Oh.
The boat can go underwater.
Well, that's a good thing.
Right. More than that, did you all actually explore the boat before you started using it, or did you just like give it a once over? Because this thing has some insane tech in it. Like I've seen some crazy stuff in my day, but this takes the cake.
I don't think we've explored it as thoroughly as we necessarily could have. We were
All right, come here.
mostly
Come on.
trying to get home, and
No,
okay,
no.
okay,
Shut
all
up.
right,
Come
all
on.
right.
I'm showing you a thing.
Okay, let's do this. Fine.
He stomps down and almost scurries down the stairs, leading you basically dragging Ikarath behind him. And finally, he comes to a large door near the back underneath the captain's cabin. As he pushes it open, you see the actual some of the actual engines along the side of this large room. But in the center of the room, connected to a large set of ringed runes around it, is a chair with numerous pads and a helm that looks like it would snap over someone's face. Do you have any idea what that is?
I don't know. Can I roll something to see if I have any idea?
You can roll Arcana to try and figure it out.
I doubt I would, but hey, why not?
As a
Honestly.
matter of fact, you do.
Oh shit.
Because of the research you did from your time with the cult, you know precisely what you're looking at. You're looking at a Spelljammer helm.
Ah.
That
Well,
that right there is the pièce de résistance.
I can't believe we didn't find this earlier.
I can't either.
Listen, we were going through a lot. We were just trying to get home. But still, yeah, we should have noticed this. What the hell?
Right?
Ugh.
This you could go into space.
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
The gnome starts skittering and jumping all over the device, trying to figure out how it all works, how it all fits together and everything. Occasionally he'll look back at you, gesture at the Spelljammer helm, and just go, ah! And then continue on with his examination. But eventually he would tear himself away from it. Right, water. Okay. So, the field that this ship can generate on its own is capable of displacing water.
Excellent. Okay. That seems like it'll do the job.
Of course it'll do the job. It means water won't get anywhere close to it. The bubble of air, the bubble of friction generated by this ship allows you to travel anywhere without having to worry about the environment around the vessel itself. It creates a warp bubble of air around itself. That's what will allow it to go into space if you have a powerful enough caster to do that.
Grath is just furiously taking notes.
Now, beyond that, have you actually looked at the weapons this thing has?
We couldn't find a Spelljammer that was sitting right here in the ship. So no, we didn't find the weapons either.
And he just rushes off. He then proceeds to lead Ikarath all over the ship, detailing the sheer size and scope of the weapon systems on board the ship. 20 cannons lining either side of the vessel, numerous ballistae on the lower decks that just pop out of the walls. The front of the ship can be apparently charged to create a magical blade so that you can saw through enemy ships. You know, if you ever encounter any enemy airships. And at the very end, like in the crow's nest, is a telescopic device with a wand attached to it, which Barnaby happily describes as a sniper fireball system.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. You told me about the cannons, you told me about the ballista, and the charging blade thing was very cool. However, sniper, fireball, crow's nest.
Yes.
That sounds magnificent.
Yes. At this point, the rest of the party would be arriving back at the ship. And these hiccups are not going away. So I think we're going to call it here for the evening. Next time on Seas of Saltmarsh, our party will finally be setting sail back towards the domain of the Sea Princes and heading towards the big island that Azura Thunderflare was heading towards themselves. So, before these hiccups fucking destroy me, I'm going to do my end of episode shit. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching on Twitch right now, absolutely love you. Thank you for watching. Please consider following. We do this, we try to do this every week on Sunday evenings. More often than not, they come out bi-weekly. You can follow me on Twitter to get updated on when. You can also join our Discord. Link is in the doobly-doo. Shout out to Shun and Bean for doing a lot of the artwork on this. All of the amazing character art. Another shout out to Ink Arnate, which is the map making system we used to make this lovely map. Shinzo, thank you as always for being our editor. You magnificent motherfucker. If you liked what you saw, consider supporting us on Patreon. Every little bit helps. I mean, hell, it's with Patreon that I am now able to do audio work and actually make myself sound better. If you're watching this on YouTube later, please like, comment, subscribe. I already did this part. Shinzo.
What's up?
So, if Shinzo, Verdant, and Frenzy got into a threesome, would that be considered incest or masturbation?
Why the hell would you have to ask that? I mean, I would say it would be